1390, music of love and inspiration. Zelda Robinson guest starring for Effie Roth on Gospel Radio. Coming up in the 6 o'clock hour, the Dallas Fort Worth Mass Choir, Lou Rawls and CeCe Winans. And I've got tickets for you coming up real soon to see the gospel stage play, What's Love Got to Do with It? Keith Washington and Vanessa Bell Armstrong. Gospel Radio 1390. Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration from the request line. That's number 5 from Hezekiah Walker, I Will Bless the Lord. It's 9:45, 15 minutes before the 10 o'clock hour. Been here so long, can't think straight. And I've got more great music headed your way from the request line, from Bishop T.D. Jakes, and R. Kelly and Kirk Franklin. So keep it right here from Gospel Radio 1390.
A Chancellor Media Corporation station. The all-new Gospel Radio 1390. Music of love and inspiration.
It's 9:59, 10 minutes before the 9 o'clock hour on Gospel Radio 1390. Hi, who's this on my request line?
Hi, Zelda. This is Inez.
Hi, Inez. How are you?
Fine.
Hi,
Zelda.
Is that another voice?
Yes, it is. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Who's this?
This is Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. What side of town are you ladies calling from?
Southside.
There's 2 of you. Are there any more? Are there any more of you? Just the 2 of you?
Just the 2. That's my daughter in the background.
Oh, okay. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I'm calling for a request.
Okay. What would you like to hear?
Lean on Me by Kirk Franklin.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that one here. Kirk Franklin? Oh, that's a pretty popular song. I think I can pull that one up for you. Before you go, Inez, and what did you say your name was? Sonia?
Sonia.
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Tell everybody what's your favorite station.
1390 WGCI.
This is for that little child.
Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration from the request line. Kirk Franklin, Lean on Me from the New Nation Project, featuring Mary J. Blige, R. Kelly, and Crystal Lewis. Would like to say congratulations to Carl Brown of the Greater Walters AME Zion Church at 8420 South Damon. They're the only church choir in the city of Chicago that's been nominated for the Stellar Awards. Congratulations, and also send out our condolences from Arthur Simmons to the Murray family on the loss of LaShonda Murray, whose funeral was yesterday. It's 9:55. I'm Zelda Robinson, guest starring for Effie Roth on Gospel Radio 1390. Thank you so much for keeping me company. And join me Sunday morning from 5 until 9 a.m. where we refresh, reconnect, and revive your spirit. From Gospel Radio 1390, good night.
Hallelujah. For the rest of my life, Jesus, you'll be the reason why I sing.
From the request line, Kirk Franklin and the family, Why I Sing. That's for Turney Barber. I had so many requests for that song, also for Silver and Gold, in which I will be playing later on before I leave today. And before that, we had a special treat for you in honor of Black History Month. That was something special from Shanta, and it's called The Boy and the River. And give me a call. Let me know what you think about that. That's from her CD titled Lightworker, Stories with Music. Give me a call at 708-895-1773. This is Zelda, your gospel sister. More great music on the Gospel Connection coming up, but for the weather at the station, for the station that plays the greatest in gospel, I'm so excited I can't even talk about it. It's sunny and cool down in the 30s tonight, but there is some chance of a shower. Feeling real good right about now. Feels like it might be April already. What you think? Back up in the 40s tomorrow. Right now in Park Forest it's 41. In Glenwood it's 42. And on your radio, it's Zelda on the Gospel Connection. 222, more great gospel headed your way from James Hall in the Worship and Praise, Iona Locke, and Orlando Wright on 950 AM WEJM. And if you've got something you'd like to hear, the request lines are open at 708-895-1773. And we'll try to get something on special for you as we continue with Jennifer Holliday on the Gospel Connection, 950 AM WEJM. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. It's 10 after the 5 o'clock hour. Good morning. Zelda Robinson here with you until 9 a.m. from Gospel Radio 1390. Still to come in the 5 o'clock hour, Douglas Miller, Kirk Franklin, and God's Property. The request lines are open, 591-3878. That's 591-3878. Good morning. Wake up. Get the sleep out your eyes. 1390.
I'm gonna praise his name.
It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Douglas Miller, unspeakable joy. It's a joy to be with you this morning, and I've got more great inspirational music headed your way from Shirley Caesar, Vanessa Bell Armstrong, and DeAndre Patterson. Here's Kirk Franklin, 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Miss Shirley Caesar, Moses the Deliverer. That's from the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. It's 5:40. Good morning. Zelda Robinson with you, waiting to hear from you, let me know how you celebrate Kwanzaa. Call me at 591-3878. That's 591-3878, and let me know how you celebrate Kwanzaa. Here's Vanessa Bell Armstrong from her greatest hits, Peace, Be Still, 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Vanessa Bell Armstrong from her greatest hits, Peace, Be Still. And you be sure and be still long enough to listen for the job announcement with Effie Roth. Effie will announce available job openings weekdays at 1:30. And if you're an employer with job openings, fax us at 312-986-6916. It's 5:50, 10 minutes before the 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. Zelda Robinson here with you until 9 a.m. as we continue with more inspirational music from DeAndre Patterson and the Progressive Radio Choir and the Miami Mass Choir. The request lines are open at 591-3878, 591-3878, and let me know how you spend your Kwanzaa. Gospel Radio 1390.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. It's 6 o'clock. Wake up. Good morning. It's time to celebrate. There's a new day. It's the second day of Kwanzaa. Are you ready to celebrate? I'm Zelda. Thanks for joining me. I'll be here with you until 9 a.m. as we kick off the 6 o'clock hour with Bishop T.D. Jakes, Dallas Fort Worth Mass Choir, Tevin Campbell, and Hezekiah Walker. Here's the Miami Mass Choir. It is for me from Gospel Radio 1390. Good morning.
What God promised me, it is. She found herself.
It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. It's 11 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. Thank you so much for starting your day with me. And I'll keep you company until 9 as we continue with music from the request line, the New City Mass Choir, Dallas Fort Worth Mass Choir, I'd Rather Have Jesus, Gospel Radio 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Catch the Spirit Express Morning Show with Richard Steele and Pam Morris, your gospel sister. Join Effie Roth from 10 until 3. Joel Montgomery has your ride home from 3 until 8 p.m. And be sure and spend the evening with Lon Dyson from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. And don't forget a bottle of Donna Tittle, your Tittle in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. Still to come, more great gospel from Reverend Milton Brunson and the Tommies, James Ingram, and Fred Hammond as we continue. You know which one it is. Jesus is my life. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. It's 6:38 as we continue with more great gospel from Fred Hammond, the Radicals for Christ, Marvin Sapp, Dawkins and Dawkins, and God's Property. Here's James Ingram, Yamo Be There from It's Your Night duet with Mike McDonald, Gospel Radio 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. James Ingram, a duet with Mike McDonald, Yamo Be There. It's 6:44. Are you going to be there on time this morning? It's time to shake those covers loose. Gospel Radio 1390. Effie Raw features local gospel talent in the Gospel Showcase each Friday at 2. If you're a local gospel artist or choir, be sure and send in a high-quality cassette of an original song to Gospel Showcase, 332 South Michigan, Suite 600, Chicago, Illinois, 60604, and be sure to include your name, address, and phone number. The request lines are open at 591-3878. That's 591-3878. Zelda Robinson waking you up this morning, waiting to hear from you and the lessons you've learned for 1998 from Gospel Radio 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. It's 7 o'clock. Good morning. Zelda Robinson here with you 2 days after Christmas as we begin to celebrate Kwanzaa this morning. The 7 principles, we're celebrating number 2. Could you Kagwilia? I hope I said that right. As we kick off the 7 o'clock hour with 2257 BB Winans and Aretha Franklin. Here's Paul Porter and the Christianaires from Gospel Radio 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration with Trinity 5-7, God's Grace, written by R. Kelly. It's 7:18. Good morning, Chicago. Zelda Robinson here with you until 9. Are you getting ready this morning? Have you had a chance to look out the window? It's a gorgeous December day. 2 days after Christmas, as we continue the celebration, the second day of Kwanzaa. Still to come, Aretha Franklin, Mark Hubbard and the United Voices for Christ, and Nancy Jackson. Here's your favorite and mine. I just love it. BB. I liked him better when he was with Cece, didn't you? Here's BB Winans with Thank You. The request lines are open, 591-3878, Gospel Radio 1390. The all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Whitney Houston and CeCe Winans from the Waiting to Exhale CD, Count on Me. And it's 7:43. You can count on me to be with you here until 9 a.m. I've got more great gospel headed your way. And the 7 principles of Kwanzaa as we continue. I'll have something very special coming up for you shortly. But first, WGCI wants to remind you that Pastor Donald L. Parson and the Logos Baptist Assembly invites you to an experience of a lifetime. It's called Give Me That Old Time Religion. And special guests includes none other than Albertina Walker, Inez Andrews, Vernon Oliver Price, Ethel Holloway, Bertha Melton, Reverend Priscilla Bradley Lee, and the Reverend Stanley Lee, and many, many more. That's coming up this Tuesday, December 29th from 1 until 3 p.m. at Logos Baptist Assembly, 10833 South Halsted. Admission is absolutely free of charge. So go and have yourself a good old-time religion from Gospel Radio 1390. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. You can do anything. Oh, yes, you can. Chicago's Youth Edition. Anything is possible. It's 8 o'clock. Good morning. Zelda Robinson here with you. We've got one more glorious hour together. The request lines are open. Get those last requests in at 591-3878. That's 591-3878. Let's go to the request lines. Gospel Radio 1390, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. Hi, who's this?
It's Nancy.
It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration with Stephanie Mills. This one's called Home. WGCI wants to remind you, Pastor Jeremiah Wright Jr. and the Trinity United Church of Christ presents their annual Kwanzaa celebration for 6 days, providing educational and entertaining programs celebrating African American achievement and rededication today at 3 o'clock and continues at 7 p.m. tomorrow through Wednesday at 6. And through Thursday at Trinity United Church of Christ, 400 West 95th Street. If you want to learn a little bit more about Kwanzaa, be sure and join them. Still to come, Shirley Caesar, Richard Smallwood, and Walter Hawkins. Here's Jesus, the Mention of You. Gospel Radio 1390. Music of love and inspiration with Darnie McClurkin. Good morning. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, Music of Love and Inspiration. Miss Shirley Caesar from the request line. More great gospel headed your way. Oh, this is for Officer Canazzi. This is from the Vision CD from Richard Smallwood. Adoration Live in Atlanta. Your favorite and mine. Angels from Gospel Radio 1390. They're always with you. Praise God. It's the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, Music of Love and Inspiration with Richard Smallwood. Angels. WGCI wants to remind you that writer and director Summer Love presents Stinky Pot. It's a family musical play performed by Love Drops Children's Theater. Isn't that special? They'll celebrate with the Kwanzaa Bear, a wonderful skit teaching the real meaning of Kwanzaa, Wednesday, December 30th at Morgan Park Presbyterian Church, 11056 South Longwood Drive. Call Love Drops at 773-445-8288 for ticket information. And in honor of celebrating principals, let's go to the request line, or should I say the Kwanzaa line. Gospel Radio 1390, happy. It's 8:55 on Gospel Radio 1390. I'm Zelda Robinson. Thank you so much for keeping me company. And in honor of Kwanzaa, I'd like to leave you with a thought for the day, and that's plan for yourselves or life will plan for you. Calling on the ancestors, as Les Brown says, the greatest motivational speaker there ever was. You've got to stick together and be determined and do the thing that you need to do. May your good be better and your better be blessed, and your blessings are still to come. I'm Zelda Robinson from Gospel Radio 1390. Gospel Radio 1390, the all-new Gospel Radio 1390, Music of Love and Inspiration. That's Stevie Wonder with these three words, and you know what those words are. Gospel Radio 1390, Chicago weather, clear, high around 44 degrees today, tonight down into the 30s. If you know someone that's doing something positive in the community, then write a paragraph and tell us about them, won't you? Include their name and phone number and send it to the Spirit Express Morning Show. The shining star of the community, 332 South Michigan, Chicago, 60604, or fax us at 312-986-6916. And I've got those last top 10 tips coming up for you to be outrageously and radically blessed from God. From Gospel Radio 1390, that's number 8, be obedient to God. Read John 4:7 and 122, and don't forget about Deuteronomy 30:19. From Gospel Radio, Need to Know. Radio 1390, Music of Love and Inspiration. That's Dawkins and Dawkins with their new one, Need to Know. And you need to know it's 8:45. It's about that time. It's been so much fun. I'm Zelda Robinson, and I'll see you back here next week at the same time from 5 until 9 a.m. Would like to say hello to Lula, paramedic over at Cook County Department of Corrections, and Linda and her mom. Louise on the south side, also members of Christ Universal Temple, where I'll be heading very shortly to get the 10:30 service this morning with the Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman. And if you'd like to reach me during the week, feel free to email me at zelda@ZeldaSpeaks.com. May your good be better and your better be blessed, and your blessings are still to come. God bless you from Gospel Radio 1390.
The all-new WGCI AM, Chicago, a Chancellor Media Corporation station. The all-new Gospel Radio 1390, Music of Love and Inspiration.
Gospel Radio 1390. Hi, who's this?
This is Louise Davis.
Good morning, Louise Davis. How are you this morning?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What side of town you calling from?
South Side.
South Side? And what are you doing this morning? Getting ready for church?
Yes.
And what church do you go to?
Christ Universal Temple.
Oh, that's my church. Well, maybe I'll see you there someday.
Yeah.
Hopefully today. Can I play a song for you before I leave?
Yeah.
What would you like to hear?
Grace and Mercy.
And what's your favorite station?
1390 WGCI.
Be sure and dress warm. At Gospel Radio 1390, it's 32 degrees, at Midway 33, and O'Hare 34. And it's a Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys weekend on all Gospel Radio 1390. So be sure and keep listening. I've got tickets.
Jesus.
Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. I'm gonna praise his name. That's Denise Williams from They Say. It's 6:46, 14 minutes before the 7 o'clock hour. Time to wake up, get the salt out of your eyes. Time to go to church and praise the Lord this morning. Or however it is that you connect with your spirit is important as long as you do connect with your spirit. And I think you'd like to connect with these tickets I've got right now. It's the Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys Gospel Play Weekend. It's the all new Gospel Radio 1390 music, love, and inspiration. And right now, be caller number 13 at 591-3878 or star 1390 on your Ameritech cellular phone and win a pair of tickets to see the gospel stage play Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys for Gospel Radio 1390 Tuesday night, November 10th. That's this Tuesday at the Erie Crown Theater. Plus, you'll win the official Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys t-shirts. Tickets are available at the Erie Crown Theater box office and all Ticketmaster locations from the new Gospel Radio 1390 music of love and inspiration.
We're here.
Gospel Radio 1390. Music of love and inspiration. Good morning. How are you?
Okay.
And who's this on my request line?
Vernella Datson.
Vernella?
Mm-hmm.
And why are you calling me this morning, Vernella?
The winning the tickets for Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, congratulations. You are my 13th caller. Thank you so much for calling. I look forward to seeing you Tuesday night at the Erie Crown Theater. And before you go, tell all your friends, what's your favorite station?
WGCI 1390.
Thank you so much for calling. Have a great day. See you there. Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Call us with your request at 312-591-3878. That's 312-591-3878 from Gospel Radio 1390. Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. Walter Hawkins and the Love Center Choir with Marvelous. I just love that song, don't you? And I know you do. And thank you, Bonita and Bernice and Ruby, for calling us and letting us know how much you appreciate it. Give management a call on the feedback line at 312-803-1704. That's 312-803-1704. Bishop T.D. Jakes before that with The Lady, Her Lover, and Her Lord, featuring Shirley Murdoch. You know, he has a book and a CD out. The book is the same title, and I'm in chapter 3. It is an awesome book. It's a must read for any woman who's studying to be with the Lord. And Satisfied Woman is his video too, so be sure and check that out. And I've got more tickets headed your way from the Why Good Girls Like Bad Boys weekend coming up on Gospel Radio 1390 as we continue with more great gospel. Gospel Radio 1390, music of love and inspiration. The song just brings tears to my eyes. When Beneath My Wings from Patti LaBelle live in New York. It's nice to have someone think of you as a hero. Theodore Charles Stone was a hero. He kept the music alive on the south side of Chicago. He's the former president of the Chicago Music Association and the National Association of Negro Musicians. And he was also a longtime critic for the Chicago Defender and the Chicago Crusaders newspaper. He passed away October 17th in the South Shore nursing home. Now, this man really made a difference in the lives of African American performers who were denied performance venues and major concert halls throughout the country. He even helped organize musical events from promising musicians, first in schools and then in churches, and then later on to bigger venues. And we just want to wish him and his family well because he did make a difference.